Well, hello beautiful people, my name is Bridget and welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all having an awesome day, and today we're going to talk about makeup brands that could be closing. Things are just my predictions. I've done this kind of video before and I kind of enjoy just speculating. I'm not trying to be like shady or mean to any of these brands, but I feel like the makeup space is just kind of kaput. It's kind of dead right now, so whatever that noise was. So I've seen a lot of beauty brands closing in the last year and a half, 2 years. And since the makeup industry is not like flourishing like it once was, I just wanted to make an updated video letting you know what I'm thinking about certain brands. And I also want to talk about brands that a lot of us see as boring, but I do think they're safe and they'll stay open for much longer. So without any further ado, you guys, these are my own personal opinions. If we disagree on anything, it's cool. It's just makeup. It's not that serious. And I'd love to know your other thoughts and other brands down below. And also a brand that's not closing. It's my own small business, but not makeup related. It is theopencrib.com. Spooky season is around the corner. If you like cute and spooky things, you'd probably like my website. It is all hand done by me. You know, I'm just a one-woman shop doing my best, and I'd appreciate any support. So let's get started with the video now. Okay, so as I talk about these brands, I'll put some pictures on the screen of the brand just in case you don't know the brand like by name very well, but you've seen the products. So first thing, let's talk about the brands that are boring, but I think they're safe from closing. So the first one that came to mind is Physicians Formula. Physicians Formula is so boring. I'm sorry. Again, no offense, but I just find them very unexciting. I feel like they release the same butter bronzer 100 times in very similar packagings, very similar things over and over again. They don't ever release something that's innovative, anything fun. It's kind of just the same run-of-the-mill blushes and bronzers that we've seen forever. However, I do think they're safe because their butter bronzer is a staple product people have used for a decade now. I feel like because it's something people just like and they keep rebuying it, I think it's probably a brand that's going to stick around for quite a while longer. But I did want to mention it because to me that was the first one that came to mind that I was like, how do you think this brand's doing? And I thought about people who have staple products and they keep rebuying it. I think that's probably going to keep them afloat for a while. The next one on my list is Maybelline. Maybelline's boring. I have not used a Maybelline product in probably 7 years. I have no idea at this point. And I see people talking about like their lip products once in a while or their like foundation that's been out forever. And that's why I feel like they're safe, but it's super boring. And I have zero interest in using a Maybelline product. And besides the fact that people are like, oh, it's good for the price. There's so many things better for the price than Maybelline products. Like ColourPop is much better for the same price tag, but Maybelline is already everywhere. It's going to be hard to kill a brand that you could buy at any single store you go. You can walk into a Walgreens or a CVS and get Maybelline. You can walk into a Big Lots and get Maybelline. Anywhere you can go get Maybelline, so I feel like they're safe for a while because it's just everywhere and the convenience of getting it is just out there. Next up, now this has been speculated by some people online saying like this brand is gonna fall and fail. And I think they're safe just because they have brow products with the best reviews on the market. So it's me, Anastasia Beverly Hills. Anastasia Beverly Hills used to be that girl. She was the one everyone was getting the palettes from. The palettes didn't come out very, very quickly in between. So when one new came out, it was very like a whole moment. Like when Modern Renaissance came out, it was like, ooh, she's a moment. And then they had a little bit of a gap in between. Then they released, I think Soft Glam was next. Beautiful formula, innovative packaging, great color story. Those things made Anastasia big, and then they took it too far and they released Norvina line and they released a palette every other week. It felt like it was just too much. So they kind of fell off. However, the brow products, people still do their brows, maybe not as blocky and as thick and as squared off as they once did, but the fact that Anastasia does have the most extensive brow line that I can think of at the top of my head, most of us probably can too, the brow pomades, the brow pencils, the brow gels, everything. They have everything for brows. I feel like that's still a good market, and they're very expensive pencils and pomades too, so that's a good bit of money even if that's just the stuff selling. Lastly, this brand was already expensive, and then they recently did a like price increase, which is just slitting someone's throat while they're down to me, because it's already expensive and you're like, oh, we need it more expensive, and then raise the price again. That's crazy. I don't buy from this brand, but I do think a lot of people collect this brand and they just love it, even though the formula on it, the formula for like the shadows and stuff is kind of odd. Natasha Denona. Natasha Denona has very expensive palettes. They're pretty color schemes, don't get me wrong, but the formula for their eyeshadows is odd and very hard to get used to. So I don't think it's for everyone, but I do think it's going to stay afloat because, well, if people are willing to pay that outrageous price now, and the only thing they ever come out with is like, you know, palette here and there, seems like. The rest of the stuff is just staple stuff. I feel like they're going to stay afloat just for the simple fact that some people are like, I need that high-end palette. But do you? Now let's get to the meat of the thing, which is going to be brands that I do think could close. This list is not that long because I feel like I've already done this type of video before. However, I wanted to talk about brands that something's off, I don't know. So let's first talk about Haus Laboratories. Haus Laboratories, Lady Gaga's makeup line. This brand released as an Amazon exclusive product that you had to pre-order at launch. Lady Gaga has enough money not to do a pre-order for her makeup line. You know, she has the money to invest in stock, but she didn't, and she did an exclusive through Amazon. They recently did a rebrand. I don't think the rebrand helped anything. So when you do a rebrand, you're usually dumping or putting on sale a lot of your old product and the old packaging, old styles and everything, which is a loss of money if you think about the stock not going for retail price. And then you have to buy new packaging and everything. It seems like a lot of upfront cost, but what is this brand doing? Like, it doesn't say Lady Gaga whatsoever. The only thing that said, ooh, this is Lady Gaga's at launch, was stickers that you put on your face. They had like a little filigree design that you put stickers on your face. That was it. And now this new packaging looks nothing like Gaga. They have some bold colors here and there, but the products don't have the best reviews as is. Like when the first launch through Amazon and they did the pre-orders and everything, they released a lot of PR, and they did a PR where beauty influencers and stuff could meet Gaga and meet the products and stuff. That got it really good reviews because influencers want to meet Lady Gaga. It got really good reviews. But when the relaunch happened and they rebranded and they didn't do that fancy party, the influencers up top gave them reviews. So to me, the products were never good, especially the ones I tried. They just were never great. And they sold a lot at first because influencers got to meet Lady Gaga. Just what it is. Next up is Sugarpill, and I love Sugarpill, don't get me wrong. I love the brand. You should probably just fucking bury me with the Edward Scissorhands palette I've had for like 7 years at that point. Because like, it's a great palette and I love the Edward Scissorhands theme. But Sugarpill is available through Beautylist, right? Everything's always out of stock. Everything's always out of stock. Even on the Sugarpill website, most things are always out of stock. Like, if they're out of stock for a stupidly long amount of time, maybe just take them off the website so you don't have to look at the out of stock things forever. But there's been certain things like certain styles of lashes, certain little brushes they have, and they only have a couple of them that I wanted, and you gotta wait like 100 years and they still don't come in stock, and it's just really disappointing. Even their shadows, they have like new pill capsule eyeshadow palettes and everything. The eyeshadows are solid. Like, their eyeshadows are good stuff. But it's weird packaging for their new palettes. The old palettes you can't get. It just feels like it's over. What's on their website available just feels like overstock of things. Not like, oh my god, this is the stuff you need. Even at Ulta, I believe it was Ulta, at some point they had Sugarpill liquid lipsticks. Never any in stock. And I don't think it's because they're like selling out with this amazing formula. I just think they don't have enough product on hand. I know that's a lot of upfront cost. Trust me, I have stuff out of stock on my website too. But if things are out of stock for a really long amount of time, just pull them so your website looks a little more full, I think. And what is Sugarpill doing? Like, again, once in a while they drop one of those pill capsule palettes, but that's it. And I really feel like their liquid lipstick formula was very nice. They should do more of them. Next up is Stila. Stila is overpriced, and I'm gonna say it. I love their liquid eyeshadows. I put them a little bit near here, little sparkle sparkle. They're so pretty, but have I paid full price for one? No. Stila is always on sale at TJ Maxx or Marshalls or, you know, what's another one? Ross. Stila is in all the discount stores because the price is just too high. And, you know, if you can get most of their products at a discounted price, why are you gonna go to Ulta and get it for a full price? You know, I feel like Stila needs to calm down, realize they're not as high-end as they think they are, or if they want to be a high-end brand, that's cool, but your products need to be a little better in quality, a little better in packaging. The packaging always feels cheap on them. Like, if almost every single thing from your brand is at the clearance store, maybe just make the price lower. Like, it doesn't make you less of a good brand because your price is lower. Like, there's plenty of great brands at a lower price. I just feel like the price tag is what's keeping Stila down, and I don't see them making that switch to be more affordable. They're just gonna end up in the clearance places not making as much money. So, Stila, I don't see much hope for Stila these days. Like, they have the one glitter eyeshadow thing, but who else is using other Stila products other than those? Last up is Revlon. Now, Revlon is in the same realm we talked about earlier with Maybelline, where they're everywhere. You can get them at CVS, you can get them at like a dollar store, you can get them in places like that. However, Revlon doesn't have the staying power that Maybelline has in my mind, because it just doesn't. They did a rebrand about 3 years ago, I know, because we had to clear the Revlon thing off at the Ulta so they could put the new things in. I didn't see any increase in sales for Revlon during that switchover. And to me, Revlon doesn't have the, like, Maybelline has like that Fit Me foundation and the Fit Me powder and the mascaras and stuff that people have signature things they love and they will repurchase from Maybelline. I don't see that for Revlon. Revlon, the only thing I can say that I see sell once in a while is a stick lipstick. And to me, that's not much profit margin compared to like buying a whole face of makeup. So I just don't feel like Revlon has the same staying power as like a CoverGirl or a Maybelline or L'Oreal. I feel like if Revlon wants to stay in business, it would be smart for them to sell off all their assets to one of those 3 other brands I just mentioned. They're probably all under the same umbrella of like mega corporation anyway, but the Revlon name doesn't have to stay because I don't feel like it's adding anything to the industry. Anyways, you guys, I know that was a short and sweet video for today, but that's just what I had in my mind. I just want to talk about stuff that I feel like, is this doing well? Is that doing well? Honestly, the first thing that came to mind for like brands I thought would close, definitely Sugarpill. And then brands that I thought would like, but then I thought about more and I was like, oh, they're probably safe. Physicians Formula. So I would love to know what you think down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. You can check out my shop, theopencrypt.com, link down below. I feel bad about doing the promotion at the beginning of the video and the end of it, but it is my channel, so I guess I can do what I want. Anyways, have a great and safe day out there, guys. Bye, have a good one.